lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
Four wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
Let's play another. It's time for Game 2 in Novi. It's Detroit Catholic Central hosting Orchard Lake St. Mary's for the fourth time this year. The Eaglets have won all three thus far, but today in the nightcapper, this is one where you look to see Detroit Catholic Central come with their strongest effort. Look, they've been close in a lot of games. Close isn't going to cut it for Coach Rogowski. This is the kind of game that they're going to look to get on top.
Yeah, I mean, as big as an early regular season game can be, 3-0 St. Mary's against Catholic Central. Like you say, very close, nail-biting games each time. They want to figure out a way to get the big hit, make the big play, come out on top.
All right, let's meet the starters. Leading off is Hudson Bristevich at shortstop. Crichton will bat second. Crichton will be at shortstop. Tribal will bat third, and we'll get to the rest down the line. This is Dom Recchioni, the lefty and the senior, on the mound. What do we know about Dom Recchioni, Joey?
Yeah, interesting guy. I mean, a bright guy, both on and off the field. Very knowledgeable with graphics, has done work for a number of different companies, and you know, Coach Rogowski let us know probably good enough to play college baseball, but is he already going to own his own business by then or do something? So a lot on the horizon for Dom Recchioni.
You bet. And so Hudson Bristevich, who was hitless in Game 1, the Notre Dame commit, who finished off Game 1 and got the save on the mound in the Eaglets 4-2 win over Catholic Central. Pitches outside the zone. Bristevich at shortstop today. That's where he started both games. Dom Recchioni. And that one is low. So a leadoff walk for Hudson Bristevich, and that'll bring up the two-hitter, Luke Crichton.
Number 5, Luke Crichton.
Yeah, a bit of an ignominious start here if you're Catholic Central, just because we saw the top of the first start the same way in Game 1 with Bristevich working his way on. And, you know, you don't want to give away these free passes early in the game. Really, that was the defining moment for Glass, the lid lifter, was that 3-run first inning, and the Shamrocks couldn't quite overcome that deficit.
No, sir. So Crichton looks at a strike. Mike Gentry is the home plate umpire for Game 2. James Briggs is the field umpire. Just underway, Crichton picked up a G of the game in Game 1 and the winning pitcher and 2 hits, but he's down on strikes to Recchioni and at bat number 1 here in Game 2.
Yeah, Crichton almost tipped his cap after that swing, just thinking that pitch is just too much. It's unhittable. It's kind of right on the edge of the strike zone. You can't take the pitch. You also can't do much with it. Big first out there for Recchioni.
So here is Drew Tribal. And he scoots one high and deep to right, and that is caught as the center fielder comes over to make the catch. That's Maxwell, and that's allowed out number 2 off the bat of Tribal.
Yeah, sounded pretty good coming off the bat from Tribal. Just may have
Number 3,
gotten
Tyler
under that
Shuffell.
just a touch. Good base running by Bristevich. I think he was trying to score on that if it was in the gap, but learned quick enough in order to get back, not get doubled off.
Yes, sir. So here's Tyler Shubnell. Shubnell got things going for the Eaglets in Game 1 with a 2-run single, and that is a pickoff. So Recchioni to first, and the Eaglets are out, and Shubnell will stand there stranded. Bristevich picked off, inning over. We go to the bottom half of the first. Nothing solved in Novi. The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move. And it's out of here.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Jack Plachta on the mound for Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Number 22, the sophomore, and he will face this lineup for Catholic Central. Dylan Fairchild will lead things off. He's at third base. His brother Luke is next. He's a sophomore. He bats second and left. Garnick bats third at first base. Batting cleanup is Maxwell in that cleanup spot. Of course, we saw him earlier in center field. Gatt is in center field in game 2. He bats fifth. Geisler bats sixth at third base. Batting seventh is Davis, a new guy on the scene in this game. Swearigan is catching again. He's done that every game. And Thompson is in right field. Chad Bush, Joey Yashinsky with you. And we are set for baseball in the bottom half of this first inning.
Double southpaw matchup here we see with Plachta and Recchioni, both coming from the left side.
So this is the lefty Jack Plachta. What should we know about this sophomore who's in the Eaglets' top side of the rotation?
Yeah, a ton of promise, and you love what you hear from the coaching staff about Plachta. He's already pitched against very good competition this year.
Ground ball to short, charged by Brustevich. Off balance throw to first, and they got him. And Huddy with another dime of a play and a ball that he had to charge firmly.
Yeah, very close play, good hustle. And Brustevich, I mean, you can tell he's just such an experienced shortstop, doesn't get himself sped up. Anytime you're getting guys by a half step consistently as an infielder, it kind of lets you know they have a very good internal clock and a good idea of how long each play should be taking.
Luke Fairchild will bat second, and he fouls one back. Fairchild in game 1 struck out twice and singled twice. It's a promising 10th grader. Swing and a miss in the dirt. They'll have to complete the strikeout throw to first, and did they get him? Not sure of the call.
We'll see. Looked like he might have beat the play. We'll see what the call was.
New catcher, and it's Dersham. And here's the look. It was a strikeout. It was a clean catch. He didn't even need to throw down to
Not
first.
sure that they needed it.
And
I think they might have had him.
oh boy. So there's a runner on, one out.
Once Plachta threw over to first, then I was fairly confident that he was called safe and that he was still over there.
Yeah. So this is Garnick, the batter.
Strange play, because like you said, may have looked on the replay like it was clean, and then Dersham kind of hesitating, maybe needed to get around the runner and waited a beat too long.
Dersham, a 10th grader, and making his first start in this game. Braden Dersham. And so this is the 3-hitter Garnick for Catholic Central, who had a couple of deep drives to right, but nothing to show for in game number 1. Jack Plachta, curve, slider, fastball, kind of a funky delivery, and fooled the batter there.
Home plate never loves to see that bat get tossed towards the dugout for an assumptive walk. You have to make sure you were told to go to first before throwing away the lumber.
And you might want to make sure he's swinging here on anything close.
Exactly. If this pitch is anywhere in the Novi district, it's going to be strike 3.
It's a wide, big district.
Yeah.
Popped up and fouled back. So Luke Fairchild is on at first after he reached after striking out. Garnick, the batter. Hot as anyone in this lineup. Took over that first base role that was wide open coming into camp. And that is wide of the bag at third.
Wouldn't expect too much running game with these two lefties we saw already in the top of the first. Beautiful move by Recchioni, flirting with that 45-degree angle, picks off Brstevich, and we've seen Plachta be aggressive as well, throwing over to work first and keeping Fairchild honest.
They sure are. Keep in mind you've got the rookie behind home plate as well in Dersham. That one is skied to right, and that's going to get down. Picked up by Bauman, headed to third is Fairchild without a throw. So runners at the corners with just one out, and the Shamrocks are clicking up their heels in the home half of the first.
Yeah, the pep in the step, the energy that we saw coming from the black and red in game 1. St. Mary's really loud. It got off to the 3-run start. We're seeing the opposite dugout now, loud with energy. The Shamrocks coming alive. Men on the corners, just one out.
Here's Tommy Maxwell, the left-handed stick in the center fielder.
These are the type of situations in game 1 and kind of throughout the year that Catholic Central has been having a hard time cashing in on. Against Crichton, as the game went on, they were getting enough base runners, getting some hits, weren't able to get the big knock. You got the right part of the order up here, so even though it's just the first inning, a key spot here for Catholic Central and their collective confidence.
Maxwell comes in batting better than 300 on the year, and he rockets one to left, hit hard, but hit right at and beyond the left fielder. That's past Essig. That's going to score a run. They'll hold the runner Garnick at third, but Fairchild is in, and it's 1-0 Detroit Catholic Central in the bottom half of the first.
Good things happen when you put the ball in play. I mean, obviously a very makeable play out there for Essig. A little bit fooled by maybe how hard that ball was hit, a play that he knows he probably should make, but you put the ball in play and things can happen. They were probably going to score one anyway, but now no out recorded, 2 men in scoring possession. Huge opportunity here for the Shamrocks to kind of bust this thing open a little bit.
Yeah, and how big is that throw down to first now on the strikeout that Dersham thought was already a strikeout. I caught it clean.
Yeah.
Second and third, good speed on the base paths. And this is Gatt at the dish. And he rockets one down that left field line. Look at Rogo running out there. He's still got some wheels.
Yeah, that far into the outfield, you'd expect that to be a left fielder going to get that, but you ask your players to hustle and you want to show the right example, right?
That's it. Got some energy. Nobody's getting in the way of that train. Jack Plachta, the lefty, the 10th grader, starting to watch the walls close in a bit here in the bottom of the first already.
And it's difficult, you want to keep your composure, but Plachta knows, okay, I struck a guy out. We didn't get him at first. I got a lazy fly to left. No out recorded there. Now he takes it himself.
That's the slider, and that's one of the pitches that this young man features. And a big K for Jack Plachta to make it 2 outs with runners on second and third. Here's another look, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, it's been kind of a defensive adventure this inning for the Eaglets, so what better way to combat that than get a looking strikeout, just kind of end the shenanigans, and he'll look to get out of it here.
Popped up and foul. Pat Mish, the pitching coach for the Eaglets, and Nick DePonio both rave about the way he's able to place the ball on both sides of the plate with the curve and the slider. It's an advanced placement for such a young man.
Especially, too, he's kind of already thrown in the mid-80s, so for a guy that's just a sophomore to have that type of mound presence, the different repertoire, the ability to throw multiple pitches for strikes. I mean, this guy having 2+ years left for the Eaglets, a dangerous proposition for the rest of the Catholic League.
A Division I prospect and the ever-coveted lefty. Maxwell at second edges off, so does Garnick, and the fastball is taken just outside of the zone. Mike Gentry said so. Game 2, St. Mary's won Game 1 4-2 after Catholic Central had the tying run at first base and the winning run at the plate. Then 3 tight games. That one's lined to center. That's a base hit. Garnick in to score. Maxwell right behind him, and it's a 3-0 Catholic Central lead here in the first.
Yeah, I mean, that was the at-bat that they just couldn't find in Game 1. Multiple innings, multiple guys on base, never able to get the big swing. Now with 2 outs, they get both runs in. Huge swing there from Geisler, who Rogowski told us has maybe been one of their hottest hitters. Had a stretch this year, 9 for 11 with 5 walks. That's almost unheard of. Just very tough to get this guy out right now. And a little bit unusual, too. I mean, just kind of came to tryouts, which, you know, not traditionally how your star players in high school get noticed. You know about them already or from JV. And quite the hat there that we see in the stands.
A Beanie Boy hat. Ball wide.
So if it was windy, that thing would be twirling up there, sort of? Is that?
I think so. That's how we're going to gauge the wind.
Yeah.
Pat the Stat is using that as the wind barometer as he eats his peanut M&Ms. Kyle Davis, the batter. Geisler at first. 3 runs in. And that's a strike called as Davis tried to sell a ball wide.
Yeah, everybody got to hold on to their bats. We know umpires don't love that, so even if you think it's a hair outside, it's worth waiting that extra beat just to keep the man in blue on your side.
Davis hanging around.
It's really an inning that the Shamrocks needed mentally, I think, just the struggles they've had against some of the good competition they've played this year. Yeah. The 3 tough losses to St. Mary's. To start this game with a big 3-run first has to feel good.
It was the Eaglets getting a 3-0 lead in Game 1, which they would hold on. But it's the Shamrocks that strike first on this Game 2. Out on strikes is Davis. That retires the side, but not before a trio of runs for the Shamrocks in the first inning.
If you are looking for a life-changing workout experience, look no further than Pure Barre Novi. We are proud to help you achieve your fitness goals while joining a vibrant, supportive community that is over 300 women strong. Our classes are designed to strengthen and tone your entire body, and our teachers can help provide modifications for any fitness level. Find out more right now by calling 248-596-0002, visiting our website, following us on social media, or by coming to our studio right on Grand River Avenue in Novi. We can't wait to see you and help you achieve your fitness goals.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
Chad Bush, Joey Yashinsky with you from Novi. 3-0. Catholic Central says we're going to turn the tide on our rivals from Orchard Lake. Defensively, they look like this. Swearigan behind home plate. Garnick at first. Davis at second. Fairchild Dillon at short. Geisler at third. Luke Fairchild in left. Jackson Gadd in center. And Thompson in right. And Maxwell DHing in this game. So, Here come the Eaglets, and they're playing from behind for the first time against Catholic Central this year. And it'll be Tyler Shubnell, who was at the dish when his teammate got picked off to end the first.
Yeah, very eventful first inning. And, Plachta coming off the mound after we saw the strikeout reach first, miss playing left. He said pretty clearly to his teammates, wake up. I think he realizes, the last several innings of game one, not much offensively. He wants to make sure the Eaglets are kind of ready to play this game. And, they're down 3 early. They got their work cut out for them.
Yes, sir. Tyler Shubnell, the DH in this game, looks at 2 balls. Shubnell had an RBI, 2 RBI single in the bottom of the first to give the Eaglets, at that point, a 2-0 lead to start game one. Shubnell fouls it back. .318 average. He's got a few doubles, a triple, and a home run, and now 11 RBIs to lead the team. Looks at a strike, and strike 3. A little backdoor Recchioni bender, and it fools Shubnell. It's out number 1.
Boy, great breaking ball there from Recchioni. We see it.
Number 4, Nate Bauman.
Tough take. May have missed the zone a little, and with 2 strikes we've seen, got to open up a little, maybe expand a bit more than you're used to.
Bauman with a single and a walk in game 1. Squares to bunt, it's a dandy. Recchioni off the mound, pounces on it, and it's not in time. A Bauman bunt that was beautiful, and it gets the Eaglets their first base runner of the day with 1 out.
Well, absolutely nothing you can do with a bunt that good. Perfectly down the third baseline. Recchioni did what he could. Probably no need to even throw that ball down. An underutilized play. We've seen it employed a little bit more, even at the big league level. Some teams like the Brewers, I know, have been bunting quite a bit, and teams maybe aren't prepared for it the way they used to be when it was small ball was a little bit more a part of the game.
For sure. When it wasn't all about launch angles and swinging for the downs. So here is Essig. Throw back to first, and a bit of a exciting
pirouette there from Garnick.
Garnick is really locked in as that first baseman.
Let's see. All right, a little extra.
Ground ball sharply to second, could be 2. Second for 1, relay to first, not in time. It was Davis to Fairchild, and that gets the lead run, so there's 2 outs.
Davis didn't quite get it cleanly, went to flip it the first time, had to hold for just a beat. If he gets that to Fairchild, probably a tailor-made double play, but in baseball, the slightest hesitation, you're probably not going to get the out.
No. Here comes Conrad, who was on base twice in game 1 and made a couple of fine defensive plays to keep his infielders perfect and without errors. Conrad, who shared with me that he tore his Achilles 3 years ago when he was at Dakota, had an 8-month recovery time, but he says, I feel better than ever.
All right, he can coach you through these months here.
Yes, I need coaching. And Conrad's on base. So I need more than coaching. I'm going to need some rides from you.
Yeah, exactly. And Conrad there, you saw, even though that pitch was probably 1.5 feet outside, he waited just a second before heading to first. He wanted to make sure, let's not, no more showing up the ump.
Yeah, right.
Everybody be sure of the call before acting.
That's it. So here's the only fella in the starting lineup that's new offensively and defensively, and it's Dersham. D-E-R-S-H-E-M. Braden Dersham, the batter. He's just a sophomore. Has held his own with a bat this year, better than 300. And he grounds one down the line. And that will be an easy play for Geisler to just tap that third base bag, inning over. So we go to the bottom half of the second, still a 3-0 lead at the home of the Shamrocks and Al Moran Field. Love, Peace, and Threads Design Bar, a unique new fashion experience in downtown Milford. Get ready to elevate your style by stepping foot in their design shop. Love, Peace, and Threads Design Bar offers specialized collections of custom apparel. They've got custom denim jackets and sweatshirts to dresses and hats, and they've got a variety of options to choose from. Whether you're looking for a one-of-a-kind piece or you want to set a new fashion trend, their store has got you covered with endless customization options. But that's not all. Their design bar is also the perfect place for a fun and creative night out. And you can do a celebration, book a party, and bring the full experience. Gather your family or friends and design your own custom jacket, complete with patches and your own personal touches, and unleash your imagination and create something truly special with their hands-on design experience. Love, Peace, Threads Design Bar is more than just a store. It's a place where fashion meets creativity and community. The end.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
Ah, yes. Here's the defense for the Eaglets. Dersham behind home plate. Tribal at third. That's Drew Tribal. Brestevich at short. Crichton at second. Conrad at first. Plachta on the mound. Bauman in right. Duff in center. Essig in left. And Shubnell doing the DH duties. And on the mound, it is Plachta who will come out for his second round of duty against this Catholic Central team, which tagged him for 3 runs in the first.
Yeah, probably deserved better, but also credit to the Shamrock offense. You know, you can have the misplay, you can have a break, but you still probably need a big 2-out hit. That's what Geisler did. So a nice 3-0 advantage, a chance to tack on. Plachta obviously wants to have a far less eventful second inning.
Yes, sir. All right. Other scores from around the state. Mount Pleasant Sacred Heart has a 16-0 lead over St. Charles. In their game, Wall Lake Northern leads 6-5 over South Lyon East. Meanwhile, Catholic Central trying to get something rocking, and they'll try it with their 8-hitter and the Saginaw Valley State commit Cam Swearigan won a state title for Justin Sasante and the football Shamrocks, getting them back on top in the promised land this past fall. Of course, their brethren Orchard Lake St. Mary's also took home a state title in football this year, back-to-back for the Eaglets under Jermaine Gonzalez. So both proud athletic programs, both great schools. We're amongst the Blue Bloods in the Catholic League upon us today in Novi. Plachta, the lefty, deals inside fastball, got him on strikes. And he stood there like the house by the side of the road and watched that one go by him.
Yeah, Plachta really displaying what the coaches talked about, his ability to command both sides of the plate. Inner half there on the black, not much that Swearingen could do with that one.
Squares to bunt, pulls it back.
Even at the collegiate level, you think about the Eaglets, your fellow alum, Trey McKinney. Were you surprised, or having seen what he was capable of, that he was that big a part of a national championship team?
A little surprised he was that much a part of a national championship team, just because there was so much talent in front.
A lot of NBA guys.
Coming off the bench.
Yeah.
As a freshman, you just don't, but hey.
Didn't seem phased by the moment.
That's it. So
I saw a replay of his 3 to put him up 9. There was 20 on the shot clock. You got to be confident to take that shot.
Yeah. Confident as Plachta as he plucks his 5th K of the day out on strikes is Thompson. Back-to-back backward Ks in the bottom half of the order.
Yeah, I think you're seeing a revitalized Plachta here, who obviously was not thrilled with the ups and downs of that bottom of the first, and this inning has looked quite possessed and is looking to potentially strike out the side here.
All but one of his outs recorded have been via the strikeout.
And got one that didn't even lead to an out as well.
That's right, the pass ball. The unpassed ball that was considered unclean.
Yeah.
I thought it was kosher.
I thought it was I thought it was as well.
Pitches on the inside corner for a strike. This is Dylan Fairchild, the shortstop. Cincinnati commit. His brother's on deck. Fun to have your brother behind you in the 1-2 spot. I can imagine. You and your brother ever get that close to play on the same team?
You know, always maybe a few years apart, and the talent level was a little different, but I don't know that he could hold a candle to me in the broadcast booth, so I think we each have our strengths.
That's fair. That's fair.
Sometimes you're more popular if you're the one on the field, but still, you know, we each do our thing.
Makes sense. That's a walk for Fairchild. He runs really well. Keep an eye on him. Meanwhile, his brother will strut up to the plate. He reached after striking out, but that was an important hustle to first because that generated run number 1 for Luke Fairchild and the Shamrocks.
Yeah, as much as you can say, well, what was with the hesitation? Why weren't we throwing it? It still requires good hustle on the part of the other team to force you to make that play. And, you know, whether it was caught or not, you just run and you let someone make a call.
That's it. Back again.
We saw A.J. Pierzynski do that famously for the White Sox in the year they won the World Series playoff game against the Angels, and it was a cleanly caught ball, and he just ran to first, and they gave him first, and it was a key play. So you just never know. You just start running.
That young man's running. He's running for the ball. So is he going to get the ball? Who's going to win this? This is what I want to see. Who's getting that rock first? Look at little fella. Now, it doesn't matter who gets on the deck first. That's a jump ball. That is a jump ball. You go get it from those kids.
Very physical.
Here comes Fairchild with his brother on first.
I think little guy came up with that.
Let's go back to that game. What's going on over there? Okay. Oh, look it. You got Eaglets and Shamrocks and the 2 kids fighting.
He's got the shades. I mean, put that guy on the field.
Yeah. Make a note of him. Pitch is outside the zone.
I'd say he's probably rated somewhere in the top 10, 20, 38 class or whatever it is. I mean,
yeah, he's top 60 for sure. 2-2 count with 2 outs. Just missed low. Let's run it full. Fairchild will be off and running.
Key pitch here for Plachta. I think after that first, he'd like for this one to kind of be short and concise, get back to the dugout.
Popped him up, and we're going to have another race. Who's going to get to this one first? Here it is. Who's on it? I got white shirt in this one. Yeah.
No, same thing. Look at this guy.
He has wiped out white shirt. Man, little fella's 2-0. Popped up. Can we have another one? Give him another ball. Give him another one. Yes, you got it. Yes. Oh, the battle over here. The players are fighting now. We got a game amongst games. You got to get him. You got to get more physical, young man.
Is it required, Chad, that the G of the game be an actual participant in the game, or can the G be someone who's in the stands?
My G might be the little fella down there.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, he's 2-0. There's a shot off the mound, and that's going to get snagged by the second baseman. Throw to first. Not in time, but not without great effort.
Creighton.
from Crichton at second base. This thing hits the mound, Joey.
Wow, unbelievable. Not just to track it down. You know, we saw him make that throw at the end of game 1 at short. Really no chance to get his man at first. That time a very close play. Derek Jeter kind of made that play famous throughout his career with the Yankees. Crichton looking very athletic. Not easy to get a lot on that ball when you're in midair.
No. Plus athlete. Just missed it. But CC's got a rally going, and it's the Fairchild boys in the midst of it.
Would that kid have made that play? That's my question.
Maybe.
I think he probably does.
That speed?
Yeah, you know what?
I think he does. He might have had to run the ball over to first.
Or second. It was a force at second.
There was. Garnick, the batter. Garnick singled his last time up, and the cat and mouse games continue in Novi. We're at Al Moran Field. Sun's starting to set as we cross the 7 o'clock hour on this Friday night in Metro Detroit. No lights here at Catholic Central. We'll have to get on Aaron Babbitts about that. How do they not have lights here yet? They raised about $5 million last week just for asking, and no lights?
That's surprising. Everything else, I mean,
where's Babbitts? How are there no lights here? I mean, man. Meanwhile, the bases are loaded. That's a walk to Garnick. And here comes Maxwell, who's already doubled in this game. Now, it was an error double, but this is a guy that's swinging a hot stick, and he's got a chance now with the bases loaded to try to get CC to add on to this lead. Pat Mish has come out for a conversation, Joey.
Yeah, we saw them take advantage in the first inning, and they got that big 2-out hit, put 3 on the board. Can they do it a second time? And again, you know, game of baseball, sometimes it just comes down to these 2-out situations. Everybody's going to get some traffic. You get a couple guys on base, but who gets hits when there's 2 outs, when there's men in scoring position? This game could be 3-0. It could be 5-0. It could be 6-0. These at-bats are kind of what define the outcome of the game. So huge spot here for Plachta against Maxwell.
Allen Park knocked off Woodhaven yesterday 7-5 in the Downriver League. Other scores from today: St. Francis has a 2-0 lead over Brother Rice. Not sure what happened in game 1. But Brother Rice won 10-3. They came back after trailing 2-0, and they did what Brother Rice does. Smothered folks. But they're in another game in game 2, trailing 2-0. So Catholic League action, that's all we have going on right now. The game's in the bottom of the second. Here, this is Maxwell with the bases loaded. Maxwell had a hit in game 1, and he's already got a double in this game. And he's got the bases full with speed on the bases, Joey.
Yeah, I think he thought he should have done something there. A little frustrated, just fouled away that first pitch. It was right in the zone. Now, in a pretty tough spot. One foul ball gets you in a tough count here in the 1-1 game.
Pitch number 51 is a strikeout for Plachta. It ends the inning, and it strands 3. A big out for the 10th grader Plachta after Catholic Central gets a couple of hits. Nothing across. We go to the top of the third. 3-0 Shamrocks. Parents Changing Spaces is a locally owned, free senior living referral and placement service. They help families who have loved ones that can no longer independently care for themselves find a place to live. They work with families across Southeast Michigan to find all types of senior housing, including assisted living, memory care, and residential care homes. In addition, if your loved one is in need of some assistance but not yet ready to make a move, they can provide guidance and resources for in-care home givers, physical and occupational therapy, transportation, and much more. Parents Changing Spaces service is complimentary and of no charge to you. Give them a call today, 844-772-7368, to learn how they can help your family.
lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores! Ah, yes, the Catholic Central Shamrocks. State champs 3 times over, last in 99. And Chris Spud Sabo, former second-round pick, played 9 years, including 7 with that Big Red Machine, a 3-time All-Star, Hall of Famer for the Reds, won a world title back in 1990, along with Barry Larkin, his former Michigan teammate, and others, led by Marge Schott.
I'll say that no one's really picked up the goggles after he left the big leagues. I can't think of a prominent player that...
Robbie Avila has done that in college basketball, but that doesn't count.
Yeah.
You're right. Nobody's done that.
LeBron Frames.
Good call. So here is Preston Duff with his first at bat and of this game 2. Preston had a sound game 1. Couple of hits, an RBI. Healthy now, those hips are swiveling again. Pops it up foul, and this one is drifting back amongst our fans, and there he is. Back at it. Somebody signed. He's got a St. Mary's sweatshirt on. I think the Eaglets have a claim on him. But there's Anthony Tomey down there throwing pitches. Former Catholic Central pro ball player, owns about 150 Jimmy Johns in the state of Michigan, former Eastern Michigan Eagle, and one of the prized alums for Detroit Catholic Central. Frank Tanana also on that list of Catholic Central alums. That one is popped to left. Coming in is Fairchild in front of his brother, and he makes the catch. Luke retires Preston Duff, and there's one up and one down.
It's funny, I remember learning about Tanana. You know, I watched him as a kid growing up as the ultimate crafty lefty who just kind of junked you to death and was in the mid-70s and throwing all sorts of off-speed stuff, and was shocked to find out that in his heyday with the Angels that he was such a fireballer. I mean, Tanana was a flamethrower.
Yeah.
I only knew him growing up as this crafty lefty who just had to get you out any which way, and then come to find out he was kind of Nolan Ryan for a minute in the 70s.
Yes, he was.
From the left side, and I just, you know, I knew him as that soft tossing guy. Here we see that down there in the cage.
There's Anthony Tomey, proud CC alum, former Detroit Tiger product, and entrepreneur, owns Born in Detroit. Also, of course, Jimmy John's. If there's a Jimmy John's in Michigan, this man owns it. And look at, give it back.
Putting the kids to work.
Yeah, it's a good dude there. Ground ball back to the pitcher, and Brestevich remains hitless in Novi. 2 are out.
Really nice job by Recchione. He's throwing strikes. He's getting ahead of hitters. There he is, fielding his own position. Everything kind of going Catholic Central's way here early in game 2.
Yes, sir. Here is Luke Crichton, who got the win on the mound in game 1. He also took home a G of the game hat. And he's up now with the bases clear and 2 outs.
It's going to require a big performance by any individual to outdo what we've seen from that fan and the tracking down the foul balls in terms of the G. I think we're going to have to see something spectacular.
Luke Crichton's sister, Allie Crichton, was named All-State in girls basketball this past week. And Allie, standout guard, committed to Northwood for the Eaglets basketball team. They were Central Division champs in the CHSL under Luke and Allie's dad, Brad Crichton. Coaches the Eaglets. assistant on the boys when they won the state title, and now the head coach on the girls, fouls it back. Brad played basketball at the College of the Ozarks. Crichton's originally from Missouri. They don't call it Missouri down there.
No.
Sound like a Yankee. It's Missouri.
It's like if you say Louisville,
That's
you're telling people where you're from.
It's Lowellville.
The fewer letters you pronounce, the more local you are, I think.
That's it. You just got to get relaxed and slow things down. Crichtons know that. 3-2 count. And Luke draws a walk. So Tribal will come up to the dish. Drew Tribal. Adam's day is done with getting the graphic. This is Drew's day. And with 2 outs, he'll try to do something.
Well, you see the maturity of Luke Crichton there. I mean, not everybody down 3 would have the patience down 1-2 in the count to really just wait it out, earn your way on through a walk. Some guys would want to throw the bat out there, be aggressive, a patient approach. You know, even when you're down 3, you got to take baby steps to get there.
Tribal looks at a strike he didn't love. Good to see his parents in between games. Matt Tribal and Raquel, his mother.
I'd put your knowledge of Catholic League parent, mothers, and fathers up against anybody.
Popped up, which is nice. I'll take that.
Yeah.
Fairchild calls off his bro again. Says, get out of the way, big bro. I got this. So, Tribal and the Eaglets are out. We go in this fast-moving game to the bottom of the 3rd in Novi. Daylight in the swamp is starting to drain. Let's hustle, boys. Come on back. We're the Prep.
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic athletes can thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stands should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game.
We believe that coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and supportive of their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports,
and respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sport,
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
Follow the Prep on social media all season long. We're on 5 social medias, including this YouTube channel. If you would, please subscribe to this broadcast. 125 high school games a year, the most in the state of Michigan. We're proud to bring it to you. Also, if you'd like to be a sponsor on the broadcast, contact us at info@theprepsports.com. The Eaglets, state champions 6 times over in baseball, looking to get back on top. And Brock Porter, former player of the year in the state of Michigan, playing with the Texas Rangers in high A ball, and certainly part of the proud baseball alumni for Orchard Lake St. Mary's. So many more. Of course, Alex Mooney doing great things in AA for the Akron Club. Cleveland Guardians. Alex is on a fast track in that organization. And there's others. Ike Irish, who was drafted 18th overall, the highest drafted Eaglet in St. Mary's history in the first round, is at high A ball in the Oriole organization.
Playing first base?
Catcher.
Catcher, okay.
You know what? Good point on that. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Was he mostly first or he played both?
Catcher, DH, and first. You're right. And some outfield. So that will be something to keep an eye on. Now then, Catholic Central trying to get some runs and build this lead. It's unsafe at just a 3-run lead with the way these teams have played in this series. These tight games. Game 1, back in the opening week, a 1-run win for St. Mary's, 2-1. Game 2, 8-7, a 1-run game. Last game, 4-2, a 2-run game. So runs are at a premium in this series, and Catholic Central looking to try to extend this thing.
Yeah, even though it's obviously 3-0, a clean sweep for the Eaglets, you can tell by those scores, pretty evenly matched clubs here. And right now, Shamrock's getting the better of them. Another nice leadoff walk.
Gatt on base for the second time this day. He walked in game 1 as well. Continuing duty is Plachta, who's up to 54 pitches now. The left-handed sophomore. Starting to get a little chilly. The sun is set. And it's feeling like a sweatshirt Friday night and this early spring day. Strike called. You got your sweatshirt ready.
Yeah, I came prepared.
I didn't. I locked myself out of my house.
Yeah,
so
you were
I
having
didn't
all
have
sorts
any.
of trouble.
I had a rough day. But it all got better once I got to the park.
A lot of people now, they have those keys with the punch code in front. You can never get locked out. It's yeah.
We just put a key in our
grill.
grill.
The traditional.
If you ever want to come to my
go.
house and break in, just go to the grill. It's in a baggie.
One of the few grills. I walk to your backyard. There's barbecue here. Another one next to. What do you?
Yeah, a couple grills.
Running a meat rack, meat emporium back there. I don't.
We like our meat. There's a pitch that gets beyond the catcher and the youngster Braden Dersham, and on to second goes Gatt. Yeah, you'll have to guess which grill it's under.
Yeah, that's that's
there.
the security measure. People don't know. They're not going to look through multiple barbecues.
Who would look through 2 grills? Oh. Rustevich cheats a bit towards second base, and the runner Gatt, as this one's grounded foul. Rogo hustles a little bit, but he didn't have to hustle too much there. Not the kind of wheels we saw in game 1 from him.
I think everyone's getting a little bit tired as the night goes on, playing the second of 2 games.
Yeah, don't want to pull any muscles, pop any tendons. Geisler, the batter, who singled his last time up. 2-2 the count.
Nice take there from Geisler. You really see the kind of command control that he has when he's at bat. Off to a fabulous start. You'd venture to say he'll probably start moving up in the order as the year goes on.
Just missed on the outside part of the plate. And that'll be back-to-back walks to the 5 and 6 hitters, and that'll bring up the newcomer in the lineup in this game, Kyle Davis, the second baseman.
Yeah, Geisler with that key 2-out hit in the first, and there 2 very close pitches, almost like a right-handed Juan Soto, the way that he watches that ball just off the plate, but confidently knowing it's just out of the zone.
Yep. Davis struck out his last time up.
That drilled him. That got him pretty good there.
Looking to get Gatt, keep him honest, and Brustevich said, my bad. He's a sophomore, sorry. Blaming it on the pitcher. Just blame it on the 10th grader.
Exactly.
Sorry, man. Here's another look at it. And Plachta plunked him.
Yep.
Right in the back, right between the blades. Feels good. Squares to bunt, gets it down, it's firm. Conrad's gonna go to third, and he doesn't have a play. Gatt had third taken, and Conrad made a mistake. And everybody's safe. Runners are at the corners, and nobody's out. Take us through this one.
Yeah, nice job by the Shamrocks. They're just putting the ball in play. They're playing an exciting brand of baseball here in game 2. Like you say, the play there is unequivocally to first. Not going to get the lead runner there. It was a good sacrifice. But Conrad made the aggressive choice, and now they're in a heap of trouble.
And that's a play that the catcher is supposed to call out, right?
There should be a lot of vocal. There should be shouting. You know, part of the game is communication as well.
And I'm not saying it's on the catcher. He did say it, but when you have a young catcher.
Conrad's kind of blind to the play, so
Yeah.
he doesn't know, and you should be hearing 1-1-1 from all directions. Whether that was happening, we're not sure.
Yeah.
And always a good idea to get an out when you can, because when you don't, you wind up with a pretty messy situation.
So that is Cam Swearigan up to bat. Cam struck out his last time, and he strikes out this time. So a big K for Plachta to come back and get out number 1 with both runners staying put at second and third. Here's Thompson. And a little momentum now for the southpaw sophomore.
Yeah, 3 straight strikes for Plachta. Got a call there on the outer edge, and not looking to let this lead get any bigger. Trying to go after the bottom of the order here and get out unscathed.
Thompson batting .304 on the year, staying alive. Lincoln Thompson, the senior, committed to Macomb Community College. He'll play with his classmate Evan Tappy for the Monarchs. 10 college commitments for Catholic Central. Strike called outside corner, got him. So back-to-back Ks after the bunt single and back-to-back walks. And Plachta's starting to settle in a bit.
Yeah, I think you really like what you see from Plachta. We've seen him put in some uncomfortable moments here in the first few innings, and as a sophomore, has quite a bit of maturity and is able to remain calm in tough spots. Doesn't speed himself up and is a strike away from getting out of a very tricky situation.
He has 7 strikeouts in 2 2/3 innings. Here's Dylan Fairchild, who's looking to bust out. He's been shut down offensively today. Sharp grounder to short, force at second, and the inning over. So the Eaglets pop out of the dugout and celebrate the comeback by the kid.
Yeah, sometimes you can get momentum in all sorts of ways. They're still down 3, but we'll see if that defensive jolt of energy can translate now to the offensive side.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk it. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again. Whenever we can get it, there's no hesitation.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
Here's Nick DePonio and the DePonio gang. How about his son Gaetano, one of the senior pitchers? May see him today, but probably not. That's the Nick DePonio, 3rd year, 2nd stint. What a great job he's done coming back to his alma mater. Played here, performed, and has come back twice as a head coach. Runs HVAC, an outstanding athletic facility and training in Milford. And they're grateful to have Nick DePonio back. He's coaching down at 3rd base. Theo Piccarelli is down at 1st, the former Eaglet baseball alum as well. This is Tyler Shubnell, who struck out back in the 1st, is only at bat. Shubnell had a hit and 2 RBIs in game 1. St. Mary's down by 3, and Dom Recchioni has shut out this Eaglet lineup, and he gets a K here to start this inning.
Yeah, Recchioni's just doing such a good job. You expect an offense with the talent of St. Mary's each inning to maybe get something going. He's really shut the door, getting early outs, not getting himself in much trouble. Full count there, comes up with a big pitch.
Really stepped up. Dom, for his work also as a graphic designer, videographer, and he's going to have his own business if he doesn't already. Giving up just 1 hit in this game. Been an absolute gem, and he has struck out 3.
Yeah, we'll see if St. Mary's can translate what they just did in the top in the bottom half there. Bases loaded, nobody out, come away with 0 given up. And that keeps happening. That's the 3rd or 4th time. Everybody's got to learn. Just wait to be told.
It's Bauman, and Bauman's fan group back here happens to be the dude that was running to get all the baseballs. He's part of the Bauman group, cheering section. And guess what? Here comes another. Heads up. And there you go.
He's off to the races.
Here we go. Another ball. This would be his 5th. What's his name?
Grayson.
Grayson's got ball 5.
He's talented.
You're not going to beat Grayson to any ball. I mean, there's no way you're beating Grayson.
He told us he's a pitcher, so he can do it all.
Two-way guy. Outside corner, strike 3 called. Bauman can't believe it. Tried to sell it, and it backfired.
They can't figure out Plachta. He's doing it all. Finds the outer part of the plate.
It's getting late.
Saving his best pitch for these full counts. Those first 2 at-bats of this inning, carbon copies of one another. Plachta throwing a gem.
Inside corner, strike called.
As tough as it is for a hitter, you kind of have to maybe just start throwing the bat out there, even though you know you're probably taking a pitch that's outside the zone. Adjust to the circumstances.
Essig, the batter, his twin brothers, older brothers, were on the Eaglets, 2 of their state title teams, and both went to Ashland to play for the Division II Eagles in Ohio. He's committed to Central Michigan, where he is expected to be a PO, or a pitcher only, as they say in baseball. Derek Conrad in the on-deck circle. Eaglets trying to get something going. They've been shut out in game 2. That one's grounded sharply to second. Backhanded by Davis. Throw to first. Got him! The head first slide by Essig, but to no avail, and the side retired. So we go to the home half of the 4th. Fine play by Davis.
If you are looking for a life-changing workout experience, look no further than Pure Barre Novi. We are proud to help you achieve your fitness goals while joining a vibrant, supportive community that is over 300 women strong. Our classes are designed to strengthen and tone your entire body, and our teachers can help provide modifications for any fitness level. Find out more right now by calling 248-596-0002, visiting our website, following us on social media, or by coming to our studio right on Grand River Avenue in Novi. We can't wait to see you and help you achieve your fitness goals.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
That's Ryan Rogowski in his 6th season at Detroit Catholic Central, 2-time state champ. While he was at Catholic Central, an Illinois grad, played for the Dodgers organization, and he's trying to get these guys back to when he was here, and they got to the Catholic League title and won it in 2001. Ryan Rogowski, the bench boss for Detroit Catholic Central. Ground ball sharply to third. Tribal is an absolute automatic vacuum over there, and he scoops for out number 1.
A new hurler, too, for the Eaglets with Anthony Abella, the senior, out there. Nice, easy first quick out, ground ball to Tribal. We know that he's crafty, kind of similar to what we just saw from Plachta. He's going to hold runners well if they manage to get on. And a key inning here, keep this lead at 3.
Garnick, the batter. Nick Garnick. Guy that can really hit and holds down first base, a position that wasn't locked down coming in. Pops it up. Going back is Hudson Brestevich. He'll make the catch. And there's quickly 2 outs in the Catholic Central 4th inning.
Obviously a great play by Davis there to end the top half of the 4th for the Shamrocks. At the same time, I remember Steve Stone, old color man for the Cubs, White Sox, he used to say, you never see a sprinter in the Olympics diving across the finish line, meaning why he's sliding into first. Just a long last step. You don't dive head first into the if that was the fastest lane, that's the way they would do it in the Olympics.
And that kind of goes along with who Zach Essig is.
Just wants to get dirty, and
he just wants to do things differently.
Okay.
He showed up to the draft, the Cold Weather Bats draft that we broadcasted in jorts.
That's different, like you said.
Yeah, so he just youngest child. They kind of do the, do
off
different
the beaten
things.
path.
Yeah, that's him. Marches to their own beat.
Right.
Great kid, but
it's effort. It's hustle. There's nothing wrong with it. But is it the fastest way to get to the first base? I don't know.
No, it's not. That pitch is upstairs, much to the chagrin of the Eaglet bench.
And I think they think, we've seen Plachta get that call probably a half dozen times, so when we throw the same pitch, we'd like that same gratuity.
Yep. Abella, and here's another look at that pitch that was in question. And that was
probably off the plate.
Yeah. I guess.
Are any of these buttons button, Chad? Take a look.
Strike 3 there. That was dirty, and that was the Abella slider, and that ends the inning. We go to the top of the 5th, 3-run lead for Catholic Central. Love Peace and Threads Design Bar, a unique new fashion experience in downtown Milford. Get ready to elevate your style by stepping foot in their design shop. Love Peace and Threads Design Bar offers specialized collections of custom apparel. They've got custom denim jackets and sweatshirts to dresses and hats, and they've got a variety of options to choose from. Whether you're looking for a one-of-a-kind piece or you want to set a new fashion trend, their store has got you covered with endless customization options. But that's not all. Their design bar is also the perfect place for a fun and creative night out. And you can do a celebration, book a party, and bring the full experience. Gather your family or friends and design your own custom jacket, complete with patches and your own personal touches, and unleash your imagination and create something truly special with their hands-on design experience. Love Peace Threads Design Bar is more than just a store. It's a place where fashion meets creativity and community. The end. We are The Prep. Follow us, please, on social media, TikTok, X, Gram, Facebook, and YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube. We're almost at 10,000 subscribers. Help us get there, please. And if you want to broadcast, email us, info@theprepsports.com. Want to be a sponsor, you want to have a broadcast, you want to tell us any comments, compliments, complaints, anything, send that email. Austin Sonnenberg will read it, absorb it, and respond. Pitch on the outside corner misses. Conrad leads it off for the Eaglets. Dom Recchioni is so far been the guy. The senior. DR effects in effect in Novi.
This is sort of like, moving day in a golf tournament. This is kind of a key inning here for St. Mary's. They've been shut down for the better part of 2 games, really. They got those 3 to start the game and haven't done much since.
That's a solid base hit to center for Conrad. That's just the second hit today Recchioni has given up in his 4 innings pitched. And Conrad puts that thing back up the middle and tries to get something started.
Yeah, Conrad's been in the middle of it all day, offensively, defensively. Got hit by a pitch in game 1. We'll see what they're talking about here. Are they potentially talking about the light right now? I'm not sure.
I think there's a move being made.
Okay.
Yeah, Conrad's going to come to the bench. They're going to pinch run him. And they will pinch run with number 17.
12.
Excuse me, 12. That's Adam Pausick, the speedy relief guy. Adam Pausick checks in.
I think as a first baseman, that's just a pinch runner, right?
Yep. Courtesy runner.
Pinch runner, or which?
I'm not sure. I don't think we'll see Paul. It's just a courtesy runner.
Okay.
Pinch runner. Pinch runner.
Okay.
You're right. Pinch runner.
Trying to confirm for our friend Pat the Stat.
Yep. This is the catcher, Braden Dersham, who has struck out in this game.
We really haven't seen St. Mary's put too much pressure on. They haven't had 2 on, nobody out, or bases loaded, 1 out. This is a big spot for them to put themselves in position.
Strike call, just their second time through the order, seeing Recchioni as well. And a lot of times you talk about adjustments, but I mean, he had been up in 3 innings,
right.
So it's harder to make adjustments when you haven't seen it. But
Recchioni has kept things very quiet and also very good holding the run game honest.
Yep. Swing and a miss, and Dersham is in pain. Oh boy, that's a cramp, and Preston Duff knew it right away.
That's a good teammate there.
It's a great teammate.
Athletic trainer, outfielder.
Yeah, where's Kelly Garbig when you need her? The Eaglets' longtime trainer back in Orchard Lake doing her other 5 jobs. So Preston Duff will pick up the pace for her. Here's another look at the strikeout. And that cramp. Oh, it'll bite you.
Yeah. You ever get that while you're sleeping? You kind of wake up with a start and have to jump out of bed.
Yeah. Yes. And so Dersham has to get back there and catch, remember.
If he's able.
If he's able. And
not much sympathy out here,
no.
Chad.
Well, Cam Swearigan called over to Hudson to hurry up and get his catching gear on. So how about it for Braden Dersham and for Preston Duff? Gets the assist on helping get him cured.
And seemed to have diagnosed it pretty quick. Knew it wasn't anything this serious and just kind of immediately went into trying to flex that muscle out. But again, Recchioni in a key spot finds a way to get a big out.
Yeah. So here's Duff, bunts it to Beauty. The throw to first, and that is, they're going to say he's out at first. And now Duff has a cramp. Are
Chad,
you
what's
kidding
going
me?
on here, man?
Now this is something. And now Duff is getting catered to. This is very good class.
Really
Sportsmanship.
good sportsmanship here in the Catholic League.
The fire to first, Joey, and yeah, I don't know.
Tough to tell.
It's tough to tell. Let's see if we can't get another look at it. Meanwhile, Duff is getting some support. The Catholic Central folks as well. Here's another look.
Great play by Geisler. Accurate throw. Let me see the freeze frame. Great shot. Ball in mitt, and he's out. I think that's the right call. These base umpires, you know, they catch a lot of flack, a lot of cat calls. More often than not, they get it right.
That was James Briggs on the call, the field umpire as well. And by the way, the game is going Catholic Central. The game is going Catholic Central's way with the delays that we're having here. I mean, this is, if I'm Catholic Central, I'm encouraging this delay.
Yeah, you'd like for kind of things to move at this pace.
Yeah, and if I'm Nick DePonio, I'm rolling my guys off the field saying, all right, let's go.
Sort of like a soccer game. Let's you know, keep it moving.
That's right. So here's Hudson Brustevich with 2 outs in the 5th. And yeah, there you go. And this is a delay. And
how about the day for Geisler, though? I mean, we heard a lot about his bat, and look what he's doing down at the hot corner. That was such an important play. You're talking about you could have 2 on, 1 out, tying run to the plate. Really an excellent play. Didn't speed himself. Sometimes you'll force the bare hand play. He comes in, uses his glove, and makes a strong throw.
Wowed them at the tryouts. Forced him to take them. Didn't start the year. And he has come on and played every game as a starter since. What a story at third, and Owen Geisler. All while holding down a job that eats up about 20 hours of his week. Brustevich trying to change the hitless and Novi narrative. Pitches on the inside corner just off the plate. The tying run is in the on-deck circle in the name of Luke Crichton. Crichton would love a shot, and now Brustevich would love for the catcher not to have to tie his shoe again.
Probably a good pitch to hit here, though, with an open base. Recchioni probably isn't going to give him a cookie necessarily.
No, he didn't. So Brustevich does take first. However, it also brings the tying run to the plate in the name of Luke Crichton.
We haven't seen one go over yet today, Chad, and that would be a pretty opportune time for the Eaglets to send one to that 325 mark in left field.
Luke had a hit his first time up and scored a run. 2 hits in game 1. And he pops this one foul, and that's going to get out of play. And where's our boy? He's tired.
He might be cramping.
He might be cramping.
I mean, he's done more running than anybody.
He certainly would have the right to.
Yeah.
I mean, those 8-year-old legs better not be cramping yet.
It's a little bit of an epidemic out here the last 10 minutes.
I know. Oh, the Indiana commit, Luke Crichton, the tying run with 2 outs, 2 men on. And now time is called.
Even down 1-2, we've seen Crichton today. He fights back. He's never really out of the at-bat. So Recchioni still got his work cut out for him.
Pausick at second base. Brustevich at first. And Luke Crichton. Two and two. Recchioni deals. Popped him up. Should get him out of the inning. Second baseman Davis called off and caught by Gatt sprinting in. So that is the end of the inning. Is that the end of the ball game? Not yet. Looks like you're going to play one more. Come on back, won't you? We're the Prep.
If you are looking for a life-changing workout experience, look no further than Pure Barre Novi. We are proud to help you achieve your fitness goals while joining a vibrant, supportive community that is over 300 women strong. Our classes are designed to strengthen and tone your entire body, and our teachers can help provide modifications for any fitness level. Find out more right now by calling 248-596-0002, visiting our website, following us on social media, or by coming to our studio right on Grand River Avenue in Novi. We can't wait to see you and help you achieve your fitness goals.
Every high school sporting event in the state of Michigan has one thing in common: officials. Every game, every meet, every match. Without officials, there'd be no touchdowns, no three-pointers, no face-offs. Without officials, there'd be no games. Officiating is a great way to give back to your community and stay involved with the sports you love. And officials are needed now more than ever, because without officials, it's just practice.
New catcher in the game for the Eaglets. It's Lawson Mishler, the junior, who replaces Braden Dersham. Welcome back to the Preps coverage here on NFHS. Catholic Central trying to get game 2 and even this 2-game set they call a doubleheader today. Anthony Abella on the mound. My name is Chad Bush, Joey Yashinsky on color. Alex Westfall, your executive producer today on this Novi Friday night. Orchard Lake St. Mary's won game 1, 4-2. Catholic Central trying to shut the Eaglets out here in game 2. Popped up center field, and Duff on the run makes the catch, and then that dang hamstring starts to give him a little more trouble.
Yeah, second time in a couple innings here for Duff. Makes a nice play, but maybe takes 1 or 2 harder steps than he was expecting. Looks like he's going to stay in the game.
Yeah. Duff has had some challenges with those legs, the hips, but the legs have been really healthy since this baseball season started. There you see the numbers on Abella, who's been the bell cow from the left side for the Eaglets this year, coming out of the pen.
Yeah, more than a strikeout per inning, as you see there, so doing a good job, but easier said than done against Geisler with that average at a robust 579.
Brown's out here to first, 2 quick outs. And it appears the way this thing is going that we'll have 1 more inning of play at best. That would be the 6th.
Yeah, I would say if CC can get a couple base runners, it would make things interesting as far as that being it. But 1, 2, 3, I think you're right. Maybe we see 1 more St. Mary's at bat at least.
Kyle Davis, the batter, he had a bunt single his last time up. St. Mary's will welcome in Toledo Central Catholic tomorrow to Orchard Lake for a double dip at 11 a.m. And then Catholic Central will take on Warren de La Salle in a doubleheader tomorrow. Check swing, did he go? No, he did not. And we'll get another look at that one. But
the reaction of everyone on the field seemed to indicate he went around.
Sure. Yeah, he did.
I would say that's probably a swing.
Yeah. And when it's dark, probably a swing.
I'd say circumstances would dictate that being a strike.
And that is strike 3 there. Inning over, side retired. We go to the top of the 6th. Eaglets down by 3, looking for 1 more final run. Follow the Prep on social media all season long. We're on 5 social medias, including this YouTube channel. If you would, please subscribe to this broadcast. 125 high school games a year, the most in the state of Michigan. We're proud to bring it to you. Also, if you'd like to be a sponsor on the broadcast, contact us at info@theprepsports.com. The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move, and it's out of here.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McKinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
4 wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
So, there's been some discussion on if this game is going to end, if it's going to continue, going to be suspended. And it appears that this game is over for today. So, we'll have to get some clarification, but this game's over. So, 3-0. This is an
official
Catholic
result,
Central
I
win.
think.
Yeah, official result.
Played 5 innings, and I think St. Mary's was obviously hoping for one more crack. The fielders were in the field. The catcher was behind the plate, but umpire opting for a little bit of safety here.
All right, we'll take a timeout. We'll come back with our G of the game for game number 2 right after this. Catholic Central wins it to get the split here on this Friday night in Novi. Back with the G right after this. The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move, and it's out of here.
We are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools, from Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena. Each year, more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school, support your community, and come see what the excitement is all about.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again. Whenever we get it, there's no hesitation.
shoulder. Swing and a miss. McKinley scores!
Catholic Central gets the split with a 3-0 shutout win in a 5-inning shortened game. And Joey Yashinsky is with our G of the game for game number 2. Joey, take it away.
Here with the G of the game in game number 2 for Catholic Central, Dom Recchioni. An excellent job. Starting pitcher, 5 innings, shutout ball, complete game. Take us through it. You guys had a tough loss in game 1. You dominated out there in game 2.
Yeah, our whole motto this year has just been overcoming adversity. You know, our whole motto is Shamrocks versus Shamrocks. So, you know, the game didn't go the first way we wanted it to the first game. We were able to bounce back out. We all try and stay positive. Thanks to our great coaches, Ryan Rogalski, and everybody else. It was a whole team effort. Everybody came through. Really great game all around, and we're just excited to keep competing.
And kind of when do you know as a starting pitcher, is it before the game in the first inning, when do you know you're kind of feeling good and a shutout like this against one of the top teams in the state might be something that could be on the horizon today?
Yeah, honestly, it was after the first inning, after we hopped right on top of them. We were up 3-0. You know, that's always awesome to have as a pitcher, to have the run insurance. So it's always a great feeling as a pitcher. And honestly, really, right when the game started, we knew we were going to win it. We had full confidence, even coming off the first game loss, but it was great.
Obviously, the game ends. There's darkness. They wanted to play again, but I imagine no matter what, whether the game went 5, 6, 7, it seemed like you weren't really going to let the ball be taken from you today.
Yeah, 100%. And that was thanks to my catcher, Cam Swearingen. Great game behind the plate by him. But yeah, we were just ready to go. No matter it was dark out, it was pitch black out, it doesn't matter. We were ready to play and ready to compete.
Fun to watch you perform. Great outing, and a well-deserved G of the game, and continued luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
All right, excellent performance by Dom Recchioni and a 3-0 win here for Catholic Central.
All right, good job, Joey. Congratulations, Dom. The Shamrocks win this one 3-0. They got on the board like St. Mary's did in game 1. 3 runs in the first, and that's all Recchioni would need. Dom Rec, DR effects in effect, and he would just coast the rest of the way, shut it down. And Catholic Central solved the Eaglets, and they did so behind Geisler. 2 RBIs on the day. Recchioni, 5 Ks, 4 walks, shortened game, but you got to tip your cap to a guy that doesn't get as much love on the mound sometimes as he deserves, but this guy was brilliant, and his team picked him up just enough, Joey.
And they needed that. I mean, 0-3 thus far against a rival in St. Mary's. They wanted to win 3 very close losses. He shut the door. Very little in the way of offense from St. Mary's. Excellent performance from Recchioni on a day that they needed it very much.
All right, it's been fun. We appreciate it. His name is Joey Yashinsky. Alex Westfall, your executive producer. My name is Chad Bush. Your final score from Novi. Detroit Catholic Central wins it 3-0 over Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Stay tuned to theprepsports.com for all the future games. Busy week next week. Check it out. Thanks for watching. Have a great night, everybody. So long.